Hello, hello. Welcome back. What's happening, Brian?
Welcome back. It's been a bit. We had a little break there, and a lot of things happened. We'll do some catching up here in just a minute. How's your life been, man?
My life is good. I am feeling wonderful. Um, I am, still learning. Excuse me, still learning and growing every day. But it gets a little easier every day, not harder, which is really amazing because I think, it's like the pendulum.
Well, it depends on what you're learning.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes the stuff
Things
you're
are harder
learning
than
takes
others.
you back the other way sometimes, for sure.
Yeah, right. Oh my goodness. Well,
How's it going with you?
it's good to be back, man. That was a really great little break for me.
Good.
We talked about the kind of crazy epiphany, like life changing sort of event that happened for me back in October, and things were really different. Like when your aura colors change, pretty much everything changes. And I was receiving, man, it was like the universe decided during those few months to just like open my skull and pour stuff in as fast as
Wow.
possible. And it was great, man. I was just jamming on it every day, but it was happening so fast I could barely assimilate it.
Wow.
And like all that good information and realizations, and to be able to take some time and actually actualize those into my light field was been really great. And I feel,
Amazing.
it's I've been living life differently since then too. And
Wow.
it's been a really kind of amazing journey.
Good.
We talk a lot about, and we'll do this shortly before we get actually into the angel part of it. The whole like gratitude thing, and sending love to the source without any reason other than sending love to the source.
Ooh,
Um, those reflections have been coming back to me in just miraculous ways.
awesome.
Like just take my breath away. And I have a really great example for you right now.
Do it.
Um, you know, the training that I do, like the whole, like if you buy into the whole thing, it's a beast. It's not for everybody. And finding somebody that is really willing, has passion, really willing to commit and follows through, not that easy. And the universe just dumped an amazing little apprentice like right across from me, like
Wow.
10
That's
feet
awesome.
away, in the place right across facing me.
Right.
And we've been having a really good time, and Jacob's really like on it, and I have to share a story.
Jacob, we met Jacob on the show.
Yeah, and
That's
you'll meet
awesome.
Jacob
Wait,
more.
wait. I just want to interrupt you because I got to switch positions with you. Hold on. Whoop. I feel like that's much better. There we go. All right. Now we're looking at
Okay.
each other. So go ahead, Jacob. You said you've
So,
been on it.
I've got my little four step little, tools to get started with, little chunk, right? And the last one of that is the spinning rod thing, right?
Mhm.
So, we wound up, Jacob couldn't find a spinning a crystal to spin on. He was at that step. And so we wound up pouring him one, and out of the resin. We took mine and made a mold of it, and have been pouring duplicates. It
Oh,
took a
wow.
little bit to get it worked out so that it was smooth and cool and perfect, but we just kind of got there. So anyway, we had our like little nightly conversation, and I sent him off back to his place, and I'm always goading him. I'm always putting the cattle prod in, like, go spin that thing. He hadn't done it yet. He was getting ready to. So
Right.
I thought that was it for the night. About 2 hours, like about 11:30. Man, I'm hearing this chung 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 on the door. Chung 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 chung. Wow, what the hell is that? Man, I go out there, I open the door, and Jacob is standing there, not even saying anything, just jumping straight up in the air about 3 feet. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! I went, wow, you spun the rod, huh?
Amazing.
Oh man, I just saw this like fire in his eyes. You know, it's like that moment when you get it, and your whole concept of what's impossible shatters right before
Yeah.
your eyes in an
Wow.
instant. And oh man, it was just really super cool. So we've been having a really good time, and I consider that a miracle in and of itself. That like he's so close, you know, like we, you know, what he needed, I wanted to give, and vice versa.
Mhm.
And it's just been a really good relationship. Well, he's
Amazing.
dated this amazing woman who I have to like take a moment to say this too, man. She had a really weird, like she twisted her back and caused some problems. And it
Mhm.
was just a regular just moving, right? But it was like it was really hurting.
Yeah,
Long,
yeah, yeah.
long story short, it wound up through healthcare negligence that they let it go too long. It caused
Mhm.
nerve damage, and she lost the use of her legs.
Oh my goodness.
She can't feel them.
Wow.
So when I met her, man, she walked in the house and come to learn that she, like, through her own, has taught herself to walk again. Man, I've
Wow.
got long respect for the kind of dedication
Wow.
and
Amazing.
keeping, you know, that's a moment where you would be easy to go, oh man, life just sucks. I'm like, you know, and really go into victim mode on that. But she like
Mhm.
turned that
Mhm.
around and like took her life back in her own.
So inspiring, yeah.
Super long respect. She has this amazing little kid, man. It's 4 years old, and he's just this little blonde little ball of radiant sunshine, man. Every time he walks by, he's just like sucking everything in, and his light from his aura is just so bright. I can
I
hardly
could
look.
feel it as you're talking about it, dude.
So,
Love it.
you know, I'm like throwing things across as I'm sitting out on my porch, and he's coming up, and I'm like, I taught him how to salute. And he and I got to be kind of cool friends, and he mentioned to Jacob that yeah, I don't like Brian. So we decided that we'd show him an effect. He wanted to see some magic. So I brought him over, and I was spinning the rod for him, and that was really super cool. But then I stopped it, right? And I made it point right at him. And then
Wow.
had my hands up and made it move again. And he turned around to look like, oh, like he's looking back at Kenny and Jacob like that's the most amazing thing he ever saw. I had him come
Mhm.
up to the rod and like look, push it himself. And I gave it a little nudge for him so it spun a little bit, and he was just
Right.
like over the moon. Well, it
That is
turns out,
amazing.
you know, my teacher's name is Augie, and like that's one of the most special relationships in my life, man. You know, you really develop a crazy bond with people that show you the doors to the
Yeah.
universe.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
You've talked
so
about Augie many times.
yeah, so the little kid's name is Og.
Wow.
So
What a great story. Holy moly.
I'm teaching Augie's magic to Og. You know, and this kid's like 4 years old. He hasn't learned that everything's impossible yet. He doesn't know all the
Right, right.
stupid shit we teach ourselves. And
He hasn't
he
learned that.
hasn't, you
That's
know, he doesn't have
amazing.
to unlearn anything, man.
Yeah,
He's like
that's
part one,
amazing.
right?
Wow, dude.
So
That's amazing.
I'm gonna get to teach Augie's magic.
You have like an actual so your apprentice, right?
Yeah,
Let's
yeah.
call him your apprentice. His girlfriend's
Son,
son is like the real apprentice. That's the actual, oh my God.
that's
Like
exactly
that
right.
first generation like apprentice at 4 years old. I can't wait to see how this
Well,
comes
I
to be.
just, you know, like I got started kind of late in my life.
Yeah.
I didn't really go gung ho, like commit until I was in my 30s,
Right,
you know.
right. I
And
can
if you
imagine.
think about like if you just started in the energy world at 4 years old,
I
what wouldn't you be able to do? There's
dude,
nothing you wouldn't be able to
so
do.
crazy. Yeah, no, I didn't even think about what you said about having to unlearn, the idea that anything is impossible because he hasn't learned that. And that's wow, that's Brian. What a great story. I'm so glad. And I see why you're all pumped up and why you wanted to come back because you're
I
ready.
am
You're ready.
grateful beyond words. And that,
Yeah.
honest to goodness, is a direct reflection back from my work
Yeah.
sending that out.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, man. Yeah.
And Jen is out
Wow,
there
it's a lot of everybody. Jen, Jilly, hey, what's up?
yeah, everybody's out there. What's up, people? Good to see you here at the
Mr.
Angel Channel.
Midler,
What a cool
what
story that
up?
is, right, guys? Wow, we have. I think we are certainly honored to have you as our grand wizard in this show and in our lives. And I was telling you that earlier. That it's definitely, I'm always amazed at anything that comes out of you, whether it be life or art or experiences or stories, or it's all part of this amazing energy. So thank you.
Oh, back at you.
Helen's out there. She loves that story. Rick Midler says he loves a good rod spinning.
Who doesn't, Rick?
Who does it?
Man, dude, I so wish you could have seen Jacob's face. Just like his eyes were all lit up. He's like a juice junkie now. I can't get
That's
like
awesome.
and, when you actually bust it and you're using that energy, man, you feel like 9 times bigger than your body, like you're
Yeah.
invincible, and you are actually. But
Amazing.
that feeling is like better than any, like if you took sex, drugs, food, alcohol, all of
We-
it.
yeah,
Any,
man. I can't wait till they come on the show. They should be coming on the show for
yeah,
sure.
they will. They will. They will.
Very cool.
So I've got some kind of cool news. My friend Audrey Asciutto, who is a longtime participant and has become a really good friend here in Sebring. She's a really gnarly, badass real estate agent, and she's opening her new office and is doing a grand opening, and graciously asked me if I would do a little mini art show there. So on February 20th, yeah, we're doing. It's not like I'm not in a Guggenheim, but it's really cool.
Yeah,
And
no,
I got to
that's
see.
really great.
Yeah, I got to see the prints last week. And I don't know about you, but when it goes from digital to printing, there's so much that can screw up, and if it doesn't happen just right, man, it's disappointing and
For sure.
a lot of levels. Well, these came out better than I hoped, man, and they
Nice.
just look amazing. So
Nice.
she said somebody there was talking about, well, it's AI, right?
Oh my God, you must have loved that.
No, I didn't hear that, but she told me that. And I said, well, make sure that person's invited because we're going to do a light painting demonstration. So
Right.
she's got the conference room all set up to be the little gallery area. And we're going to do some live light painting. And it should just be really super fun beyond words.
Amazing. That's
Yeah.
totally amazing. So speaking of which, are you done with your announcements? Those are some
Yeah.
amazing announcements.
Yeah.
You reminded me. I wasn't even thinking of myself. Really, I love being here and giving you this space. The Angel Channel it's really your space. But I'm going to share some news too. I have some of my photography, from older stuff to newer stuff, is just being displayed at a local coffee shop who features a local artist every month. So I got my stuff up there for the month of February and a little bit into March. There's a picture of me standing in front of some of the artwork.
Nice.
So I'm excited about that. I don't really show my art in public like that much. I think there's another picture. Yeah, there's another picture of just the artwork. But you're right. It's funny because some of those smaller prints I got printed just for the show, and I wasn't really super happy about the way they came out. But you know what? They're there. They're being displayed. My artwork is there. My name is there. It's not the Guggenheim, but it feels good to
It's cool for people to look at your work live.
It is. It really is. And I put
The
a little.
digital world is all great, but like
Yeah.
actual art you can put your hands on.
Yeah.
It's a
Some of them
different-
are canvases, and they look good. They were artwork that they were stuff I had printed, so I know the quality of some of that stuff looks good. But it was great, and congratulations to us both. People,
Yeah.
we're just being able to put ourselves out there and for people to see us. And Grace Grella is out there. Angels are us. Good to see you. Good to see you.
So, before we dive in sacred everything up, I'd love to talk about the new work, the new angel work.
Okay. Yeah, we could do that for sure.
I've started doing aura portraits, and this was the first one that I completed, and there's actually a picture of that painting just by itself in there.
There is. All right, let me bring this up. Hold on a second.
Sort of towards the end of that list, I think.
I'm just gonna look for that and start there first. So let me just
Grace
find
Grilla, how are you?
There it is.
Yeah, that's in works, but man, it really just turned out amazing. And like I stopped painting with pigment about 5 years ago when I started light painting, but my painting style like informed how I light painted. Like
Sure.
so,
Yeah, absolutely.
the full circle funny thing is now that like I was pushing pigment around, thinking about like how I was light painting, and it's kind of come full circle. So I did a whole series of pics where I took my black fiber optics brush and did designs on top of the painting as the background.
So
And they turned out, yeah, let's show those. It was pretty
All
good.
right. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Holy phenomenal. That is just, when I first saw you doing this, I was just like, I always talk about how many layers there are to you and what you do. And you just like, instead of me being able to peel into more layers, you just added some more layers.
Well, I'm so excited about this. This has opened up a whole new area for me to go explore. And I'm going to be doing paintings a lot now and using those in the light painting combo.
Yeah. So great. Let's move along. Yeah, these are beautiful.
I love this one.
Yeah, so
it's not good. Bright colors, but it's just so it's like a painting.
it's beyond a painting, actually. That's what it is. It's beyond a painting. Literally. Yeah. It's like interdimensional painting. You've actually learned how to paint in dimensions here, like through time, right? You've got the painting at a whole different time than you're doing the light painting, and the light painting itself is done in a long exposure. So you've literally created something new.
I love this one because this looks like two angels on either side of the wizard, like talking in his ears.
Oh my God, beautiful, beautiful stuff. This is great. Oh, and look who's out there. Daniel Ackner. Daniel Ackner is going to be my guest on the live stream of consciousness. I invited him and he's come into my world. He's checking out the Angel channel. He's also an artist. And he's saying it's delightful to hear you guys speak about art, and thanks for the inspiration. You are welcome, and thank you for being here, man, for sure. Bryan is an amazing, as you can see, an incredibly amazing light painter and painter as well as the core of this all, the wizard who created the oracle deck that we talk about. So these are beautiful. Hold on, I've got to go the other way now from the painting. Let me see where the painting was. The painting is here. Let me go the other way. I have
there we go.
There we go. This is where I was just blown away by the way that the actual painting picked up the light as you were going through it. I mean,
and it looks like the person's like 3D now.
Yeah. I mean, look at that. That is, I don't think you can even explain that, Bryan.
Well, this whole thing was about, that's how the energy of that particular aura looked for me.
Yeah, look at this. This is
and the way it flows.
Amazing. So it's actually, so light painting on a painting, you got to come up with some new term for this. It's like it's your own.
I know, right?
It really is.
Light painting.
Yeah, it's really your own thing. It's like hyper painting. Oh my God, Bryan, look at this image. Holy crap.
Right. I'm really happy with this one.
Holy crap. I can only zoom. Wait, maybe I can zoom at a different level if I open this up a little bit. Yeah, there we go.
It's like, I mean, that's the way energy looks. Like it's getting closer and closer and closer, and just very happy with that.
It's so phenomenal, dude. It's like I'm so happy that you've created something amazing here, and that's not an easy thing to do when it comes to art, right? So many different art forms have been explored, and this is like, I mean, have you seen anybody doing anything like this? I don't think
I haven't actually, which is I mean, that's what That's what,
Bam.
that's what I'm always working for, like the thing
Amazing.
that hasn't been seen.
Well, folks, you saw it here first for sure. It's mark the date. It's February 12th, 2024, and Bryan Lahr is showing us some really amazing stuff here. I'm so happy you guys are here to witness this. Now we've got a little bit of the digital manipulation added in where you're flipping them around, and that's so look at that. Oh my goodness. Let's
Yeah,
zoom
zoom in on that one, man. That's center. Like,
oh, it's not letting me zoom in for some reason on this one. Hold on. Let me see if I close up this window a little bit. No, it's not letting me zoom in on that. Maybe this one. No.
there we go. That one's all right.
Yeah, let me see. If I do this, it doesn't let me. Oh, there we go. Zoom in. And there we go. Yeah, look at that.
Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on in there.
Holy phenomenal. Bam. Jesus. And Leah is here saying magic. Yes.
Leah, what's up?
For sure. The energy Jen is feeling from these, she says, whoa, for sure. All of us, I think anybody who's with us at this moment right now is feeling the same way. We've got a couple more. Oh, nope, that's it. We've got the.
Yeah, that's it. That's it for those.
So amazing, Brian. Just, oh my God. Like,
whew. Happy to share.
I think we need to take a breath now.
It's been a really prolific couple months. It's been
that was amazing, dude. Amazing, really wonderful to see. Thank you for sharing that with us.
I don't know about you, but when those waves come along and you can catch one, now I don't want to get off the wave until I like wash up on the shore. I want to ride it all the way.
And Helen is saying, fill me up with energy, please.
Well, Helen, to that point, that's exactly what we're going to do right now.
Nice.
All right. So we're going to start some energy work now, and we are going to start with 3 really deep cleansing breaths, okay? And I want you to take it in through your nose, and when it feels like you're full, pull some more. Just really pack it in there until you go out, okay? And when you breathe out through your mouth, and give it some energy when it's like, again, when you hit that point where it feels like you don't have anything more, push a little more. It may not sound, but you're pushing out. So we're just really going to release all the tension and any outside worldly scenarios that are bugging us. And we're going to let everybody just get really centered and focused on this particular moment right now. Okay.
Awesome.
All right. So let's start with the cleansing breaths in through your nose. Really pack it in. Out. One more. Make this one a good one. Let it all go.
I feel it already.
Okay, we're going to purify the space and make it a little sacred space bubble for us to commune. I banish and clean this space and make this place pure. I banish and clean this space and make this place pure. right, so everybody got a little juiced up looking at the art, listening to this, the breathing. We've got some energy generating right now. I want you to take all of that energy and bring it into your solar plexus, like everything in your whole body, just focused in your solar plexus, like a little sun sitting there right in the middle of your body. Just take a second and really draw that energy in. Just fill it up to the brim. Okay, now that we've got that nice little ball of energy just sitting there radiating like the sun, we're going to take that and we are going to send our unconditional, joyous, grateful love straight to the source. Love and gratitude. Love and gratitude. Love and gratitude. I ask for the angels to be with us tonight, to share our space, to share their love, and to make us open, aware, in the moment, and most of all, to listen. Ooh-wee. Okay, so our card for tonight is Akaya, number 7. Did you bring that up for us, Michael? Okay, awesome. This card is really cool, but this card is also the bane of my existence because its name is Patience. Something I work on all the time, something I always need more of. Although I refuse to pray for patience, because when you do that, you get all kinds of opportunities to learn patience. And I'm pretty grateful with the opportunities to learn patience. I just wish I had more. So anyway, this is another one of the seraphim. It's the next to last one in the choirs of seraphim, those closest to God and those that are the most immediate contact with the light. And they're usually presented with, and I've like shot some things and gone there. I would agree with this perspective. It's a 3 like an infinity symbol with an extra loop on the end, and these three bright shining circles that are reflecting the inner light of God. And there's 3 sets of wings, and they're often depicted covering those up. And that's kind of their main shtick, is to protect us from the light, the purest light, which physical things can't really exist in. The tarot card that this is associated with is the 5 of Pentacles, which is one of my least favorite cards because it represents loss of all kinds. It's at the top of that other, the 5P over here at the right represents the 5.
Oh,
The planet or the sign that the planet that this is associated with is Mercury, and it's the very first decan of Mercury, the first few degrees of that in Taurus. Yes. Well, it's not the decan of Mercury; it's the decan of Taurus in the sign of Taurus.
Gotcha.
And the planet of that is Mercury, and the bottom symbol on that is the symbol for Earth, which is the elemental symbol for Taurus. You know, and those all represent material things, which is why that's connected to the Five of Pentacles and showing loss and loss of money, dwelling space, all the material stuff, right? Okay, so why don't you pull up the meaning for this, the reading for this? Yeah. Worry, worry, worry. You are experiencing it from every direction: health, finances, creativity, work, and relationships. Look at your situation and decide what you really want. Your emotional responses are ruling your clear mind. You've connected to your pain and have lost sight of just how good life can be. Material you know, the change I was talking to you about, that's the biggest one for me, because I find myself focused on all of the things that are really great, while there's still just as many suckages as there were before, but I don't really think about them.
Amazing. Yeah, that's amazing.
Material deprivation, emotional insecurity, physical loneliness allow you to experience the disappointment that occurs when every effort towards stability is denied and everything you want to hold on to is lost, taken away. You come to realize the illusion of permanence in physical and material desires. You come to recognize the transitory nature of physical and material desires. Take heart. New opportunity awaits, new possibilities. A path more consistent with the present will be revealed now. Strategic review, refocusing, and recalibration are all essential steps to forward progress. Focus all your energy on your spiritual growth. Here is peace. Focus all your energy on your spiritual growth. Here is peace. Apply slow and steady effort. Keep trying different combinations until the lock opens. In spite of the trials, you will continue to progress towards your goal. Your rewards will be as resplendent as your confirmed belief in what you can achieve.
Right. And look, you even said it beforehand. You said, Helen, I got something for you. Helen Wagner says, wow, you picked the card for me again. I am dealing with all of that.
I think in a weird way, these are all like for all of us.
Absolutely. And I realized too, interestingly enough, you were talking about your relationship with patients and how that it's a struggle for you, and for me that's been one of my strengths, and I think that's why we, again, opposites attract. I think those if there are opposite, because we have a lot of things that are not opposite that attract us as well, but I think those opposite things attract us as well, because I'm very patient, and but this card also is absolutely for me, a lot of the things that are in here, like you just specifically pointed out, about how you get caught up in the suckages, right? And you're not, and it's like now you don't even think about them. The suckages don't even matter. It's the good stuff that really matters.
What you focus on, man. I couldn't get that for the longest time. I couldn't get it. I was like, okay, what? Well, and I'd be talking all this stuff and all of this enlightened stuff, and then I'd be right back inside my skull going around and around it again. Folks, what you think, you become. There's no other way in the energetic universe for it to be any different, because what you're concentrating on, what you're sending out in waves to the universe, just like our send out to the source and those reflections back to that, everything that's occurring around you is based off of the magnetic frequencies that you're sending out, and the universe and energy it doesn't have any kind of like it's not deciding what's happening. It just reacts the way energy actually reacts.
Yeah.
And
it seems so simple, right? But it's like, it's great. Here we are, blah 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 years old, and we finally figured that shit out, right?
Well, thank God I did at all. I'm happy for that. I want to go back to that patience thing for just a second. One of those things in there was talking about like focusing all your growth on all your energy on your spiritual growth. One of the things that gets in the way of that is that people want things too fast. They want the title, they want the this, they want the effect instantaneously, when it's not really that end result of that anyway. It's the journey and what you learn towards getting there anyway. you know and I think that's a big stumbling block for a lot of people spiritually, in that they expect things to happen too fast, and when you take on a journey on the path at our age, after you're already an adult, you've already learned all these really awful behaviors,
Right.
and you've been programmed by your parents and society and school and everybody else, and you're this person that you think you're supposed to be. When that implodes, you're on this path now, and you expect it just to be instantly, okay, I'm a wizard. Well, I'm a wizard. So like when I was teaching advertising, I had an art director class, and this person comes up to me afterwards. He goes, "Mr. Lahr, when do you become an art director? When are you an art director?" I said, "When you decide you are. When you really decide you are. Not that you want to be, but when you decide you are. When are you a wizard? Well, when you decide you are. Are you a good one? No. You have no skills yet, or
Right,
really big.
right.
But it's the mindset that's what you are now
Sure.
that determines your success.
And you know what might be kind of beneficial about that, even if you're not a good one and you think you are, you put yourself in the company of others that are, and you start to see, oh, this is what I need to work on. This is what I need to get better at. You start to see, I think at least that's what I'm feeling. That's what I'm reflecting from what you're saying. Like, if you,
Well,
because
and the worst thing for it, that's true. I would agree with that. And I think one of the worst things for a creative person or a magical person is to get to buy your own shtick. Like you do stuff, people tell you, you're great, you're amazing. Wow. Well, you know what you are.
Right.
And if you listen to that outside stuff and you're like,
Right.
people are liking your stuff, and all of a sudden
Right.
wow,
And you know what impresses yourself when you're finally, like you said, when he came to your house jumping up in joy, he impressed himself. He was like, holy crap,
well, there's no way in the physical world around that, man. He just stood there a couple feet away from it, focused his energy, dialed it down to have enough density to move something in the physical world, and did it. It happened right in front of his face.
Amazing.
So it's not one of a lot of times it's like, how do you know, you hear about stuff, fixing genetic damage. Well, how do you know? How do you know? There's so many things that are just,
Yeah. No, I think, we've got a lot of great comments. I just want to address our audience here. We've got Leah saying, the first step of becoming a wizard is calling yourself a wizard. And we've got Jen out there saying she needed to hear this, which is amazing. And I wanted to address Helen, because I think Helen is I love having Helen around. She really kind of brings out this side of life and the things that she's kind of working through. See, I'm trying to pick my words very carefully. So she said earlier, the words, what you think you become, she struggles with that because, and I used the word I didn't want to use, struggle, because she suffers intrusive thoughts. She says, so the most terrifying things is that she can't stop these intrusive
I would say you're not suffering, but you got an opportunity.
Yeah.
And the opportunity is not to sit there and be a victim to it. The opportunity is to meditate, to get mantras, to get chants, to stop that circle thinking of what you're going down that road, and to send your energy to the source, and to the source of all goodness and creativity, and live in that energy instead of the darkness and the shadow.
And the thing too about,
I'm not trying to belittle or negate her difficulty with it. It's an issue we all,
all of us, absolutely.
The matter is, it's inescapable. No matter how you feel about it, what you think you become. If you sit there and you think horrible thoughts and my life sucks and everything's miserable, then the universe is just going to bring you all of those things. If you think about how grateful you are, how dude, like I don't have a great bank account, but I feel like the richest person in the world.
Yeah, there you go. Me too. Me too. And that's the thing I've been learning lately too, is like, forget about the financial struggles. There's so much more to being rich than financial, absolutely. And Jilly says, challenge it. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. And Helen always says she is a live stream of consciousness. We are all live streams of consciousness. That's what's so great about us. We're all,
You're your own personal
yeah,
universe.
exactly.
You're the creator in your own universe. There's a whole
Exactly.
universe that you've created
Exactly.
inside your skull that no one else will ever touch but you. But there, you're God.
Yeah.
And you get to determine what that universe is like. And you
I
get to
love it.
determine how you feel about that universe.
I love it.
Your feelings don't happen to you. You get to choose how you're going to react to every single situation. So
And I gotta say, Brian, I gotta say, and this to invoke this kind of reaction, I think is amazing. Helen says, I feel your intentions beyond words. And she's thanking you, which is great. I think Helen is she's so amazing. I love being around her and talking to her, because most people will be like, oh, she's such a downer, but she's not. She's there as a reflection, and she's there for us to support. And I love that she hears us and we hear her. And it's what I've been hearing a lot lately, Brian.
I want to hear her call up and say, man, the most amazing thing just happened to me. That's what I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah. She says we both raise her vibrations. The thing I've been hearing a lot, and it's totally related to this right here, what we're doing, and what I do is community, creating a community and acknowledging that aspect of what it is, right? So it's like I've been really aware of the audience, and not as a social media thing like, oh, how many followers do I have, or views, or this or that, but it's really all about community. It's about, the people who do watch me, maybe it's just 5 people, but those 5 people really watch. They're not just like, it's not just bullshit to them, they're really here. They show up, and they put their intention and their energy into that moment. And I'm so grateful. It's such a powerful thing, it really is. And Helen says, I'm making her husband smile, so she's saying thank you, which is cool too. Awesome. Yeah, well, it's great.
We're motoring through the show. I wanted to throw out, if anybody out there is interested in a live reading,
Oh, it's live reading time. Yes.
What's up? I want to talk about the Shemhama forest too. I need to get a quick refill. I'll be right back.
Okay, cool. I've got my big liquid here, so that I don't have to get up and get a refill. But for those people who don't know, I love to cut up pieces of ginger and put it in my water, as well as lemon. And it's like this natural ginger ale without the carbonation, and it tastes so good. And another practice that I've been getting into. Who's the Dr. Moto?
Carbonation in that drink?
What's that?
You have carbonation in that drink?
No carbonation. No.
Carbonation kills your juice.
No. That's what I'm saying. I love water with ginger and lemon in it, and it tastes like ginger ale without the carbonation. I love it.
Nice. Awesome.
It's beautiful. But another thing that I've been doing really recently with water, I think I've mentioned it on the show before. Somebody told me, they mentioned how I should be very grateful and thankful to water, not only like drinking water, but even when I'm in the shower and I first feel that water hit me, I'm like, oh, I'm so grateful for that. You know what I mean? And I really relate to vibing with the water, right? Just like sending my vibes into it and vibing with it. And so there was the Dr. Moto, or the guy who talked about good vibrations in the water and the crystals that formed. I forget Jilly knows the name of the doctor. But I've been saying, and when I fill up my water with ginger and lemon,
Emoto,
yeah. I fill up my my glass, and I tell my water, I love you and thank you. And it's just something that I got into, a practice, Masaru Emoto. Yes, that's what I was looking for. Yeah, and I don't know if it's helped, but I got into the practice and it feels good. So
the most programmable thing on earth. Anything you program into that water, you're consuming into your energy field.
There you go.
I mean, it's not just hocus pocus. It's like scientifically
I
proved.
love it. I love
So let me talk about the Shem Forest real quick.
Okay. Okay.
Reading, and if we need to go a little longer, I'm so way down. Okay, and we'll do a reading for Jen here momentarily. Jen just
Cool.
bought one of my angel decks, and those
Yes, she
kinda
mentioned
like,
it at the
wow.
beginning of the show. That's awesome.
So
That's welcome.
we've talked about this movie before, but I want to bring this up to you again. A movie
Okay.
called Pi, Darren Aronofsky.
Mm-hmm.
You
Yep.
remember what that movie was about?
I don't. I remember it was about. I think it was about a guy's kind of journey into his own brain, right?
He's a
Yeah.
super mathematician,
Yeah.
and he is trying to find like the ultimate number, like the God number that will let him predict the stock market and all this other stuff. And through all this whole thing, all these like government people are showing up trying to get him to do this. They're feeding him. He's got this room, his whole apartment is just nothing but masses of computers and hard drives, and he keeps burning up chips, and things are going crazy, and he thinks he's going crazy. And the whole quest is this search for the God number, a
Perfect number,
260
right.
number.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so the Shem Forest, right? Let's go to those two visuals. Can we bring them up at the same time?
No. I wish you would have
Okay,
told
then
me.
bring up first, and then bring up the English translation.
Okay, so let's. Where did the go? Hold on.
The Shem Forest is constructed from 3 chapters in the Old Testament in Exodus 19, 20, and 21.
Okay.
Right, and that's the way it appears in the Hebrew Bible. Okay, let's go to the let's go to the English translation. Yeah.
All right. Can we ponder this for a minute? You know how I love looking at the Hebrew symbols.
Well, I was hoping you'd sink your teeth, not just ponder for a minute, but you'd sink your teeth deeply into this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I just
this is a magical thing beyond your comprehension at the moment.
Awesome. All right, let's go.
Okay,
let's go.
Okay, 19. And the angel of God went before the camp of Israel, removed and went behind them, and the pillar of the cloud went from before their face and stood behind them. 20. And it came between the camp of the Egyptians and the camp of Israel, and it was a cloud and darkness to them, but it gave light by night to these, so that one came not near the other all night long. 21. And Moses stretched out his hand over the sea, and the Lord caused the sea to go back by a strong east wind all that night, and made the sea dry land, and the waters were divided. So this is the story of like the waters being parted for the Jews to escape.
Right.
Crazy connection to that. But what's really interesting, I bet you might be surprised to know that each of these is 72 characters long. The English translation doesn't relate to that, the original Hebrew one, right?
So each of these.
Do you happen to know what 3 times 72 might be, Mr. Zinn?
I could do it quickly. 210, 216.
216, which just happens to be the God number, doesn't it?
Oh, that's the number that, right? Nice.
Yeah, that movie's more than a movie, my brother. And I won't say any more about it. It's just like, this is the actual being of God. Those letters are alive. Those combinations of letters form this this complete piece of God. So like, as we're talking to these angels right now, these angels are just representations of a specific aspect of God. So like, it's carved up into these 72 aspects of God that like apply to everything in every way. And it really super, super magical and worth more than an immediate little brush, Mr.
Yeah. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome.
You know, when I did the Hebrew thing, this is where I was hoping you would go.
Okay. Okay. Well, there you go. You've pointed me in a direction. I mean, I didn't get a chance today to look through it because I was at work and you sent it to me earlier. But now we have it. And now here we are. We're at this point in the road. So there you go. 72 angels aspects of God. God, that's what we're talking about here. And Leah says sounds and vibrations. Absolutely. You know, amazing. When you we didn't get to talk about it, but when you created that bubble and you used the sound and you used the crystal, not the crystal, but the singing bowl, I felt that ring. I felt it expand and create that bubble. That was amazing, dude. That's
good.
That's why I love doing this stuff with you, because you're one of the few people who I really feel it physically.
Like, because it was full of energy, dude. It wasn't just like, let's hit the bowl and make some sound. It was the energy behind it and the energy propelled by it. And like, then it works.
Right. And the 72 angels that are here with
the gas. Let's get to Jen's reading.
All right, let's do it. Let me pull this down. Here we go.
All right, let me get a.
Before you do that, let me pay some respect to one of our regulars. Jilly was asking earlier. Let me see where the message is. She said you have an angelic organite or something, an organite that she wanted you to show.
You know, that's across at Jacob's right at the moment, so I don't have that at hand, but I will show that next week.
All right, next week.
Julie's going to be making organites for each of the angels as they go along.
Yeah, she was telling me. That's amazing. Yeah.
But what I do have, hold on.
Oh, we do have one.
No, I don't have that one.
No.
Last week was my birthday, and Julie sent me an organite birthday cake.
Amazing.
A beast, man. It's like, oh, dude, this thing is like I've already been used. It's got 3 cool little crystals at the top, and that was my birthday icing.
Wow. So anyway, I just want to yeah, thank you, Joey. I want to just take a moment to address that, because there were some comments earlier from Helen and I think Jen also, who probably work in resin and had questioned the properties of the resin to be able to do things that crystals would do. And I think
they do them more, actually. My research has been that it first of all, they'll hold memories. It held 2 different memories. Like I'd used cubes, and I put a personal memory in with smell, with like actually being there in it, and did a little ritual thing with the gathering energy, the whole ritual, and carried it out. I left those for 2 months, went back to them, opened them up, and they hadn't bled at all. And as a matter of fact, the ritual one went out and found the energy to do the next step of it, did it. And I just got to watch. It was great. Wow. It was amazing. So I'm discovering that the resin is super grabby, and it absorbs energy really, really awesome. Good. You can really program it, and you can fill it up with juice, and you know, you can link a few of them together and make a capacitor and like get a bunch of juice.
Wow, that's so cool.
But and the really great thing about it is that it bleeds the energy out like really slow, like way slower than a quartz crystal.
Wow.
Like if you program a quartz crystal, you know, unless it's kind of like part of the matrix of what it was originally about, you've got to keep refeeding it. But so far, these like it holds on to the juice, which is really, really great. And I'm excited about doing the organites, because we can like jack those up before we send them out.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So Helen says, thank you for the answer about resin. Hopefully it's as true for polymer clay, since that's what I made a mala with.
Well, I haven't experimented with polymer clay, my darling. So
yeah, we don't know.
I know it's true for the resin, because I put it through the acid test in the hard way. Yeah. My teacher Augie did as well. So
that's awesome.
Yeah, we had some fun.
It's cool stuff. We're touching on some new things this week. This is awesome.
All right, let's get to Jen's reading.
Yeah. Jen's probably chomping at the bit. There she goes. She says, wow. There you go. she's ready for her reading. But yeah, that's a lot of great info. Awesome.
Yeah, connect to me, Jen. Words of wisdom for my new friend Jen. Words of wisdom for my new friend Jen. Words of wisdom for my new friend Jen. Number 25, Angel of Ambition. You bring that one up for me, Mr. Zinn?
Yep. You got to give me a second. Hold on. I wasn't ready for that. But number 25, you said?
Yes, sir.
Oh, I'm in the wrong folder here. Angel deck. No. Goodness. Small booklet pages. Okay, that's the right folder. 21. 20, 21. Here we go. 21. Share, present window. Share.
Here we go.
There we go. Ba-boom.
The relentless grind of continuous competition is wearing you down. You find your concepts being continually tested through conflict and disagreement.
Oh, wait, are we not on 21? I'm sorry.
No, it's 25.
Oh, I'm sorry. My bad.
Oh, did I say what? Oh, I might have screwed up there. Hold on.
It's 25?
Yeah, Angel of Ambition.
Okay. We started reading and I was like, wait, that's not what it says. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. Okay, so the relentless grind of continuous competition is wearing you down. You find your concepts being continually tested through concepts and disagreements. Your existence seems more like a war than a life. Always question authority. Be resolute and factual to clarify the situation and get the assistance. Can you scroll down, please? To get the assistance you require. Oppression is an opportunity for liberation. Helen. Oppression is an opportunity for liberation. Face and overcome the trials and taste victory. Man, it tastes good. You realize that negativity traps and imprisons your soul. Lively discussions are invigorating, giving you the opportunity to contribute your ideas. You enjoy teaching others what you know. However, you must be willing to look past just your own point of view. The battle will never be over. Find a place where you enjoy being a warrior. Live in the radiance of your own light that burns eternal. Free yourself from self-made limitations by seeing yourself accurately.
Beautiful. And this is the image.
Radiance of your own light that burns eternal.
Mm-hmm.
That's a line that gets you in a magical door of a place like that.
I love that. The angel of spiritual wisdom and magic. Awesome. And Helen is rolling her eyes saying, yeah, Brian. I think she gets it finally, which is great.
I don't know. You can't make that point too many times. You know?
And David is saying, thank you, brother, for all the work you do with Jacob.
It for as long as we have, man. You know, it takes a little yeah. Anyway, you know I love you.
Yeah. Thank you, brother, for all that you do with Jacob. That you continue to do with Jacob. You got a personal thanks there from David Soto. Welcome, David.
Yeah, awesome. Well, I guess that's us for the evening, unless there's any more.
What a great night. That was a great show, Brian. It was a good return.
Yeah.
Are we coming back next week, or are we going to keep people in suspense? We don't know. We're gonna just go with what feels right.
Well, I don't think we'll be. I don't know yet.
We don't know yet. All right. Well, that's all right. Not knowing is all right. I think I'm good with that.
You know, I'm not trying to be difficult. I've got 2 or 3 things that are juggling that are all going to happen like right away. So,
You know what? You telling me that you don't know yet feels right. So I'm good with that. You know what I mean? I think. Yeah, we'll be back soon. Grace Grella, brilliant show. That resonates so well. Jen says that resonates so well. So your reading was right on. And we will be back soon, folks. I cannot tell you guys how thankful I am for your presence, because it really does add an energy to the show. I think Brian feels you guys out there. I feel you guys out there.
yeah.
I think you guys feel yourselves out there. Debbie says thanks, great show, that loved it, thank you. Jen is a Leo also, she says.
Okay, let's go. Let's close down before we go away.
All right, let's do it.
We send our love and thanks for everything that we shared this evening. Thank you for sharing the light of the source in all of our midst and touching us in ways we don't even know yet. And we look forward to spending time and our lives with you again soon. Ashe, ashe, ashe.
See you guys next week. Bye. Oh, wait, I thought I was pressing the button to play this outro.